Level up your English from basic to intermediate and advanced. Succinct. Short and clear. Example: the teacher gave a succinct explanation of the rules. Expressed briefly but effectively, without unnecessary detail. Example: the manager's report was succinct, covering all key points in 2 pages. Concisely articulated with precision and clarity. Often valued in scholarly or professional discourse. Example: the barrister's succinct argument persuaded the jury by eliminating superfluous rhetoric. Aspiration. A strong wish or hope to do something. Example: her aspiration is to become a doctor. A goal or ambition that someone works towards, often involving effort or planning. Example: the student's aspiration to win the scholarship motivated her to study harder. A profound or elevated ambition, often reflecting long-term ideals, values, or professional objectives. Example: the organization's aspiration to achieve carbon neutrality demonstrates its commitment to sustainability. Bottle up. To hide your feelings instead of showing them. Example: she bottled up her anger and didn't say anything. To suppress emotions or thoughts, often to avoid conflict or embarrassment. Example: she bottled up her disappointment rather than confront her friend. To repress or internalize emotional responses, potentially leading to psychological strain or maladaptive behavior. Example: individuals who consistently bottle up negative emotions may experience heightened anxiety or psychosomatic symptoms. Abrasive. Rough or harsh, either in texture or in the way someone speaks. Example: the sponge felt abrasive on my skin. Something that wears away by rubbing, or a personality that is unpleasantly harsh. Example: sandpaper is abrasive and can smooth wood. A substance or quality characterized by frictional roughness, or a demeanor marked by caustic bluntness that erodes social harmony. Example: the executive's abrasive leadership style. Though efficient, alienated colleagues and diminished morale. Coarseness. Roughness or lack of smoothness. Example: his coarseness in speech made people uncomfortable. A quality of being rough in texture, or rude and lacking refinement in behavior or language. Example: the fabric's coarseness made it unsuitable for delicate clothing. Tactile roughness or social and linguistic crudity, often contrasted with refinement or subtlety. Example: the geological sample exhibited coarseness in its grain structure, indicating rapid cooling of the magma. The juice is worth the squeeze. The effort is worth the result. Example: studying all day was hard, but the good grade showed the juice was worth the squeeze. The benefits gained justify the effort or difficulty involved. Example: learning a new language is challenging, but the opportunities it brings show the juice is worth the squeeze. The outcome or reward sufficiently compensates for the exertion, investment, or sacrifice required. Example: firms often evaluate whether resource allocation ensures the juice is worth the squeeze in terms of long-term profitability. Increment. A small increase or addition. Example: she got a salary increment of £50 each month. A regular or measured increase, often in salary, numbers, or progress. Example: employees receive annual increments as part of their pay structure. A discrete quantitative augmentation, typically denoting a systematic or periodic enhancement in value, magnitude, or remuneration. Example: salary increments are contingent upon performance evaluations and tenure. Second guess. To doubt or question a decision after it has been made. Example: He second-guessed himself after answering the exam questions. To reconsider or criticize decisions, leading to hesitation or lack of confidence. Example, she second-guessed the plan, worrying it might not succeed. To retrospectively scrutinize or undermine judgment, resulting in diminished decisiveness or strategic clarity. Example, leaders who continually second-guess their policies risk eroding institutional trust and stability. To pepper. To cover something with small bits or drops. Example, the sky was peppered with stars. To scatter or sprinkle repeatedly, often in large numbers. To ask many questions quickly. Example, the journalist peppered the politician with questions. To subject something or someone to a rapid succession of small elements like physical impacts, linguistic inquiries, or figurative insertions, creating a pervasive or overwhelming effect. Example, during cross-examination, the barrister peppered the witness with incisive questions to destabilize their testimony. Vivid. Bright, clear, or easy to imagine. Example, the painting has vivid colors. Strongly distinct, lively, and producing a clear mental picture or impression. Example, he gave a vivid account of the match, full of detail and excitement. Characterized by striking intensity or lucidity, evoking powerful sensory or imaginative responses. Example, in cognitive psychology, vivid recollections are often linked to heightened emotional significance and mnemonic encoding. Intricate. Complicated, with many small parts. Example, the necklace has an intricate design. Detailed and complex, often requiring care or skill to understand or make. Example, the architect created an intricate plan for the new building. Characterized by elaborate complexity and interwoven detail, demanding nuanced comprehension or craftsmanship. Example, in molecular biology, the intricate mechanisms of protein folding reveal the sophistication of cellular processes. To anchor. To hold something steady, or keep it in place. Example, the ship was anchored near the beach. To fix firmly or provide stability, either physically or figuratively. Example, the bridge is anchored to the ground with strong cables. To establish a secure point of attachment or foundation. Often metaphorically denoting psychological, social, or structural stability. Example, the institution's values are anchored in centuries of tradition, providing continuity amidst change. Out of the blue. Something happens suddenly and unexpectedly. Example, he called me out of the blue after years of silence. An event or action that occurs without warning, often surprising or unusual. Example, out of the blue, the company announced a major expansion. The abrupt emergence of an occurrence without antecedent indicators, producing a disruptive or remarkable effect. Example, the diplomatic proposal appeared out of the blue, altering the trajectory of international negotiations. Replenish. To fill something up again. Example, he replenished the fridge with milk and bread. To restore or refill supplies, energy, or resources that have been used. Example, the shop replenished its stock of fruit every morning. To restore to a former level or renew a depleted resource. Often implying systematic or sustainable replacement. Example, the government initiated programs to replenish groundwater reserves through conservation strategies. Ritual. A regular action or tradition people do, often for special reasons. Example, his ritual of jogging helps him relax. A set of actions done in a fixed way, connected to religion, culture, or habit. Example: the wedding ceremony included ancient rituals passed down through generations. A prescribed sequence of symbolic acts, embedded within cultural, religious, or social frameworks. Reinforcing collective identity or personal discipline. Example: corporate rituals, such as annual meetings, function to legitimize authority and foster organizational cohesion. Refined. Clean, pure, or made better. Example: sugar is refined to make it white and smooth. Improved or made more elegant, often through careful change or purification. Example: she has refined manners and speaks politely. Characterized by sophistication, precision, or purification, denoting either material processing or cultivated elegance in behavior, thought, or aesthetics. Example: refined petroleum products are essential for modern industry and transportation. Reinforce. To make something stronger. Example: they reinforce the wall with bricks. To strengthen or support an idea, structure, or action, often by adding extra effort or material. Example: the bridge was reinforced with steel beams to make it safer. To consolidate or augment the resilience, validity, or effectiveness of a physical construct, conceptual framework, or behavioral pattern through supplementary measures. Example: positive feedback reinforces desired behaviors by increasing their likelihood of recurrence. Satiate. To fully satisfy hunger or desire. Example: the big meal satiated his hunger. To meet a need or desire completely, often leaving no further want. Example: the holiday satiated their wish for relaxation. To gratify to the point of full or excessive satisfaction. Example: advertising aims to satiate perceived needs while simultaneously generating new desires. Wearing blinkers. Not seeing the whole picture, only looking at one side. Example: he was wearing blinkers and didn't notice his friend's problems. To be narrow-minded or unwilling to consider other views or possibilities. Example: politicians often wear blinkers when they refuse to listen to opposing arguments. Cognitive or perceptual limitation, whereby individuals restrict their perspective, disregarding alternative interpretations or broader contexts. Example: leaders wearing blinkers may fail to adapt to dynamic market conditions. Visceral. Strong feelings that come from deep inside, not from thinking. Example: his visceral reaction was to run away saying goodbye. Relating to emotions or instincts that are powerful and immediate, rather than logical. Example: he felt a visceral dislike for dishonesty. Pertaining to deeply rooted, instinctive, or affective responses originating from the inner self, often contrasted with rational or intellectual processes. Example: in literary criticism, visceral imagery engages the reader's primal senses and emotional core.